Good day to those listening and those watching. I am Garrett Pedler, and with me is Nada Kovanich. Together, we are your Small Town Realtor podcast. Make sure to like, follow, share this episode, and of course, drop us a comment on your takeaways from this episode. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome, listeners. I can't wait for this episode and hope you get some valuable information. We are talking about community involvement, and not just any community involvement, but authentic community involvement. Not just sponsorships and money being thrown around, because any agent can do that. And as you know, in a small town, visual being in person is way more valuable than throwing your money around. Sure, putting some money where your mouth is and supporting a club, but also being at that event that you supported. It will compound your trust in that small town. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Small town people have incredible values, and they can smell your bullshit from a mile away. If every time they hear about you throwing money around, all they're going to think is you make too much money. Your time is just as valuable, if not more valuable. So showing up in person is an incredible way to really make sure the community knows you're here and mean where you're putting your money. You know, an example from my own community, I joined my local Optimist Club well before getting into real estate, and, filled the president role, filled the vice president, of course, the past president chair. Now I just run a couple of the events, but show up at others. And probably my favorite is being the MC at my local Optimist Club meat draw. And that is what small town is all about. If a city agent is listening to this, they probably have no idea what I'm talking about when I say a meat draw. But Nada, I'll let you take it from there.
Yes, and that's such a good point. I mean, getting involved is not only about putting money into things, it's about actually being involved in your community. Like Garrett, I got on the Chamber of Commerce. So if you're a young agent and you're looking to gain some credibility so that you see more of a business person versus just being a new young agent, a Chamber of Commerce is a great way to do it. I was 25 as the vice president of our Chamber of Commerce, but important things like making sure that you're showing up at different events, different community events, and finding an organization that really resonates with you, something that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside as well. For me, we are huge supporters of our local hospital. I've been on the foundation. I no longer am on the board, but we still are huge supporters. We're at every event to try and raise money for different pieces of equipment, because unfortunately, with hospitals, the equipment isn't provided by the government, it's provided by local communities. And so we're huge on fundraising. And not only are we huge with the hospital, but it's about showing up at different events throughout the community, whether it be a farmer's market. If you're sponsoring an event, you also want to be there so people can see you, and also you get to connect with different businesses in your network. So you start working with different people in the community, you get to know different businesses, different business people, and you create relationships and bonds. But the most important thing is finding an organization that resonates with you. And whether you start with 1, 2, 3, and you slowly narrow it down to just one organization that you stick with, I tell my team all the time, we have to be on one board. You need to be on one board for a lot of reasons. You learn what quorum is, you learn how boards work, you learn how to read financials. So there's that aspect of it. And also it's the connections you make with the people in your community, people you know, but you really get to know them by being on those different organizations.
Totally. Some awesome points there, Nada. And me personally, I already said with the Optimist Club, and that's really, philosophically, I love helping our youth. So really finding that passion and something you really want to be there. Don't just be volunteering and showing up for something you care nothing about. Really being something that you want to see prosper and grow. It will really flare and show to your people that are there at the community group. It's just like being a real estate agent or being in a podcast. I mean, you need to show up constantly. It's not a one-time thing. And we are not here for just a one-time thing. We want to keep growing with this podcast, and it's being there over and over again. One void of caution is volunteer clubs, though. If you keep putting your hand up, you will keep getting jobs. So you only got so many hours in your day. Do 1 or 2 events and really take passion in it. Don't let it bog you down. I know you guys are all really busy. We're not telling you to make it a full-time job, but definitely give it some hours and have fun with it. And it's incredible the people you would meet. Do not go into it thinking the money I'm going to make from these connections. That's the wrong starting point. Think about the people you're helping, and naturally people will see that you're an awesome person and somebody who cares about the same similar things that they do and want to work with you. Being present at your local volunteer club, and really this comes to me as the hours. And in my local Optimist Club, a lot of our events, we haven't had to, we don't, they aren't asking for sponsorships for a lot of it. They're asking, people that come, give them donations. So we don't really work on a whole lot of sponsorships. And so I'm glad of that, because, down the road, we did certain things where they did ask for sponsorships, and I was more than happy to help where I could on that side of things. But the hours put in, money is easy to find. Many people will open up their wallets and give $100 donation for this or for that, but the hours is what's most valuable. Being in person and showing passion when you're there. We just on Tuesday night had our local monthly Optimist dinner meeting, and it was just great to collaborate with 30 local people, all in the community, full-time residents or have a home, and part-time residents, and just good people that are there and have the same vision for your community as you do. I mean, those are the people you're going to connect with, whatever that group may be. And it goes back to Nada saying, pick a group that you resonate with. And just even over the holidays, I don't know if you guys got into your local Christmas parades, but as small town agents, we all have an incredible resource of local small town Christmas parades. I know around me, I had like 6 I could have picked from in the local, I think we hit up 3. You can only run that float with all the balloons floating around so many times. But, Nat, I'd love to hear a local example there recently that you did.
Yeah, we actually did the Christmas parade recently as well. I mean, I think you and we end up doing a lot of these same events. And it was also a local parade, and we gave out popcorn and hot chocolate to everybody that was around. And it was just really fantastic. And again, showing up. We have an office of over 50 agents, and a lot of the agents aren't there. And that gives you the opportunity to be there and showing up for your community and talking with people in the community and just being around everyone. And coming into that with being around everyone, shopping local, right? I mean, shopping local is huge. And when you're meeting all these business people, you not only want to shop local, but you want to share their stuff. So if you're popping into a little store in your community and you've bought something, share it online, show what you've purchased. That way, not only is your name getting out to your people, but likely that business is also going to share your story back. So the people that might not be on your Instagram or Facebook, they're now going to also see your name popping up on that local business's social media page. So it's really important to shop local, share these stories, learn about these different businesses, and you're meeting people. When you're in the store, even you're meeting people. You're walking around, you're seeing people all the time, you're getting to meet with more of your local people. And the more people see you, the better it is. It's just such a great opportunity for you to get to be out in the community, seeing people, seeing businesses, and just really enjoying yourself. And connections. Connections are huge. And people love when you're sharing stories of their businesses, they're more likely to share stories about your business. So if you're out in that community and you're sharing those stories, it's just really great. And people resonate with that. People love to see that we're humans, like a lot of the time we just, we end up, I say it all the time, you just end up kind of being like a local celebrity. But, it's nice when people can see that we're human and that we support our community. They're more likely to support us. And giving reviews. Don't forget to give reviews of your local shops and everything like that, because then you might get a little more reviews back on your end of your business as well.
I love the reviews. That's a great idea. And I think, people might have the mindset of, oh, that business owner, they went and bought something with somebody else, and they're never going to use me as a realtor. That's not the right mindset. Share away. They are, and a lot of these, especially like a new business to your town, that is the most incredible time because there's a buzz around that business already. To share. Go do a little 5-second video inside the store. Say hi to the owner, introduce yourself. A lot of these little small town restaurants too, they'll have a little board of local businesses, and you can pin a couple cards up there, and they're going to let you do that because you're supporting them, and it's support each other, and that's what really makes a community grow. That's I think a lot of us realtors, especially small town, we kind of wonder, where do we start with getting into social media? And I know we see a lot of these more city agents and think, oh, they got all the high quality cameras and they have all this production behind them, and that's it, or it's nothing. No, anything is better than nothing. And just put your face in front of the camera. Don't think about it too much. They will be so grateful for the support you give them, and really trying to expose them to more people. They will be so appreciative. And it's such an easy way, a business of the month. Most small towns doing a business of the week would be a little overwhelming and tough to do. You'd probably be out within a year. But a business of the month, so easy to do. And just a quick, there's one day of the week or one day of the month, you already got pegged for a business of the month. That will be shared. It's some great stuff. And like you said, sharing those local business deals and posts, like your story is local. Who's following you as a realtor are people who live in the area or people moving to the area. That's what motivated them to hit the follow button on you. So show them everything great about your community and show them the stores and give them a reason to want to come down here and check it out if they don't live here already, or heck, those who do live here already, give them a reason to get out of the house. Us good Canadians, we're in our house for 8 months of the year because we don't really want to go out in the cold. So give them a good excuse to get out there. And really this comes down to, is Gary Vaynerchuk, I think I'm saying his last name correctly, is he always said, be the mayor of your town. That is the easiest way. You are going to be known in that area. And, funny example is last night, I get an email about my local Optimist Club and the building that's on that plot of land, who's owned by the municipality. She's asking me, how do we get something put on that property? She thought because I'm so connected to the Optimist Club that we own the Optimist Club and I should talk to Garrett. Well, it's municipal land, so I directed her to who she should talk to. But it's being the mayor of your town. And when someone asks you at a showing who's not from the area, what's going on here? Well, you already know what's going on. You're not that out of town agent that drove an hour and a half, 2 hours to come do this one showing. You know what's going on, and the little spots that are still open. And I'm from a beach town, not like Nada, where we have real seasonality both in businesses and the seasons of the year. So it's not 10 businesses are open weekly around here. It's, oh, where should I go for lunch? Well, make you look pretty silly if you don't know those places off the top of your head and you send them somewhere that's closed during the week because it's February. and all of this together in a huge combination of everything we're talking about, that's building authority and goodwill within your community, and it will shine if you do it with passion and do it from a good place. It will shine brighter than any advertisement or board you can throw up on a wall.
And Garrett made a good point. I mean, if you're watching this, you're seeing I'm having issues with my headphones today. And so it's not necessarily about the fact of it being super high quality. It's about showing up and people seeing your face and seeing who you are. It's not always going to be perfect. I do videos of myself walking the dog, stuff like that. I have no makeup on, lots of fun. But also it's about being in that community and showing up, sharing the stories. This is so important. It's about being, like Garrett said, the mayor of your community. Knowing people at your local township, your local cities, depending where you are, you might be dealing with township, you might be dealing with, the city for different aspects of things. And I mean, you tell a Toronto agent that they have to go to the township. They look at you like deer in headlights. What's a township? And so it's about knowing those people in those different areas, knowing people in your community, knowing when the restaurants are open, be involved, showing up to different events, showing support for your community, helping to get these events organized. These are all such important aspects of being the mayor of your city, your area, your town. And that's just one of the most important parts of real estate, is just making those connections and doing it authentically. Because like you said, Garrett, people will smell the bullshit. So make sure you're doing it authentically. Make sure that you're showing up, and when you're there, you're not just there, you're helping. Show that you help, because it represents who you are as a business person. Every time you're in these different organizations, you're showing what type of business person you are, and showing up, and also making sure that you're there trying to work as hard as you can to help out these organizations and move forward. And with that, we'll kind of wrap things up for today. We're so glad that you listened to us. Please make sure you like, you follow, you share, all of those things. And we look forward to doing our next podcast.